Rockin' live. And hello there, South Florida. Hello to all of our real estate fans listening all over America. My name is Eric Willner. It is time for another live edition of the Real Estate Show, South Florida's #1 program about real estate and America's longest running daily radio show all about real estate. The Real Estate Show is heard live 5 days a week at 5 p.m. We'll be coming at you 5 different ways. That's on our AM station 1470. That's on our FM station at FM 95.3, 96.9, and 106.9 as well. We also come to you on the apps, the live apps that you can download onto your portable devices, tablets, phones, such as the iHeartRadio app, the TuneIn app, the Spreaker app. Those are just to name a few. You also come to you live streaming on our website at automaticlandlord.com. That's automaticlandlord.com. There you can go to the top of the page, click on the listen live button at 5 and hear us there crystal clear. No matter where you are, all you have to do is have an internet connection. And you can also listen to our rebroadcast there. So if you miss any one of our 5 daily live shows, then you can go there to fill in the blanks, as you will. And a 5th way is on our Facebook Live. If you go to facebook.com/The Real Estate Show, you can listen to us live there as well. And so 5 different ways to listen to us live. You can listen to the rebroadcast not only on our website at automaticlandlord.com, but also on the Facebook, because those are archived and they are listed there going down backwards in chronological order as well. And if you miss those daily shows, you can always catch up with us on our weekend edition of the Real Estate Show. We have a rebroadcast of all 5 of the week's shows starting at 9 p.m. And all you have to do there is just go to, wherever you're listening to us right now at 9 o'clock p.m. on a Sunday night, and you'll be able to catch us there. So we got a super real estate week ahead of us. We had a great real estate day starting out today, but we have a whole week planned for you. I'm going to catch up a little bit what we talked about last week. We finished up the 3rd of the 3 factors. Remember, real estate really hinges on these 3 factors, your down payment or investment, on the income, and that's what we talked about last week, and the credit that you have. And for each one of those things, not only did we want to break it down and so that you would learn more about what each one is, how it is viewed by the lenders, and all of that stuff is also available in the form of a way for us to be able to look at what we can do to improve. So what we're trying to do here is make sure that you're all set up. And if you take this information, you can also act on this information. Why? Because it is our mission here to educate and empower our listeners to own a little bit more their own piece of the American dream. And you do that by mastering those 3 main factors. Well, this week we're going to talk more about owning real estate as an investment. In other words, becoming a landlord. We'll talk a little bit about the other ways that you can own real estate. But in this week, we're going to particularly talk about landlord. And we're going to revisit those 3 factors a little bit more from the perspective now, not just as a home buyer, but as a real estate investment buyer. And so this week's workshops, as you know, we also have workshops that supplement the Real Estate Show. Monday night, in fact, tonight, we have our automatic landlord debt solution. This is where we talk about how to crush your debt faster than any other way possible. And we've come up with some very focused proven ways that allow you to pay off your debt faster simply by restructuring how you make your payments, where you make your payments, and when you make your payments. So Monday night, if you're interested in that whole conversation, then type the word debt, DEBT, and text it to our real estate show hotline so we can send you the invitation, the Zoom invitation. It's free, absolutely free. These are up to 1 hour workshops that we have throughout the week. And the toll-free text number is 561-861-2366. Once again, that's 561-861-2366. Text the word debt if you want to attend tonight at 9 p.m. That's Eastern time, our automatic landlord debt solution workshop. Tuesday, we go into our credit conversation. And so if you're interested in attending the credit generator workshop that we're doing this week, and especially if you're a landlord, this is going to be interesting stuff. Type the word credit, CREDIT, to 561-861-2366. And then Wednesday, we're going to be talking about landlording, and we're going to be talking about a new group that we're going to be forming specifically of landlords. So if you would like to attend that, then all you have to do is type the word landlord to 561-861-2366. What's very cool here, on the automatic landlord is that we've automated the responses to each one of those workshops. So you get exactly what you're looking for. And that way we can be hopefully of the most service here as the real estate show, a source of information. Well, then Thursday, we dive into the about the money conversation. And so the radio show is about the money. The workshop is about the money. And if you're interested in learning more about that, again, then and then I forgot that we have our university series. And on the university series, we're going to get into the debt solution in even more depth than that. And by the way, who's conducting that workshop on Thursday night? Well, it's yours truly. And I promise you that if you attend that one, you're going to walk away with some really cutting edge ideas on what we're doing in the world of landlords and mortgage elimination. So that's our Thursday. And then, of course, Friday, we go into our weekly wrap up where we'll take all the shows that we talk about, all of our workshops, and then kind of wrap it, summarize it. Now, during the regularly scheduled shows, they're not the same as the workshops. So on our show on Monday, today, of course, we're giving you the agenda. We're giving you the theme, the conversation that we're going to be talking about, which of course is landlording, real estate investing, etc. Then on Tuesdays, we talk about our tools, tips, and techniques, and we're going to be talking about, especially now, where's a good place? What should you be looking for when it comes to buying properties for income purposes? And real estate has been a long time looked at as a great plan B, as a supplemental income. For many people, it has actually been walkaway income. And for others, it has been additional retirement income, building up this portfolio that not only grows as time goes by, and so does the income grow as time goes by. And it has all of the advantages of not just the income itself, but the tax sheltered income, other tax advantages that go along with it. You get the equity buildup through, number one, equity buildup through the systematic pay down of the mortgage. Number two, through the purposeful or on purpose improvement of the property. If you add space to a property, upgrade it, update it, you can make a property more value. You can actually force the equity up even in a flat market, or even more so in a rising market. And you also have the ability to create equity simply by making value buys. In other words, buying a property at below its market value, you can actually create additional equity for your own self. Then you have the appreciation. Separate from those three sources of equity, you've got the market itself that brings the property up. We call that the icing on the cake, since we can't really control appreciation. We can control those other three elements of the equity. We can control a lot of things, how well we optimize the income on a property. But the appreciation, well, that's something that comes when it comes. And right now it's coming, and it's coming well. And for those of you who own real estate, you've watched since 2015, we've seen, year over year of improvement. And in the last couple of years, in spite of the pandemic and the unemployment and all of the uncertainty in the world right now, we've got a phenomenal situation right now to be owning real estate. And let me tell you, you're going to want to own more if you can. So that brings us to our Thursday show. Friday, as we said, is the wrap up of everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a quick break, hear a few words from our sponsors. When we come back, we've got a couple of openings. The real estate show in the process of what we're doing. Everything that we talk about here in the real estate show is not theory. It is not concept. It is what's going on a daily basis, which is one of the reasons why we've always got stuff to share with you here on the real estate show. Well, we're looking for a couple of individuals to join the real estate team. So if you're looking for an opportunity, if you want to join the revenue renegades here at the real estate show, then stay tuned. When we come back, I'll talk a little bit more about those openings and a little bit more about what we're going to be talking about for the rest of the week. So don't touch that dial. You're listening to the Real Estate Show. My name is Eric Willner, and I'll be right back. Hey, Sam. Do you guys have any different, do I sound hollow? In fact, I was going to ask, Pierre, are you there? Who's on the control board today? Hello, hello? I got a call that we were sounding really hollow from one of our listeners, and I'm hoping that I did a couple of things to see if I could make that better, but let me know if I sound hollow at all. And welcome back. For those of you just joining us, you are listening to the Real Estate Show. We are South Florida's #1 program about real estate. We are America's longest running daily radio show, all about the topic of real estate. And that's what we talk about day in, day out, 5 days a week, live at 5 here, not only on the radio station, but also on our website at Automatic Landlord, and also on our Facebook page. So we invite you to join us any which way, all the different ways. Try one way, try another, see which one sounds better, looks better, feels better, or whatever. So this week we're going to be talking a lot more about the whole concept of real estate and owning real estate from an investor's point of view. And as I often like to say, real estate is one of, or in my opinion, the best investment vehicle out there. So much so, I think it's the ideal investment vehicle out there. As I mentioned in the first part of the program, it provides you monthly, spendable, usable, you can live on this kind of income. You create a portfolio of residential real estate. There are many people who live strictly off of the rents generated from their property. And it can be, obviously, it gives you time freedom. It gives you location freedom. And one of the reasons why, we're so adamant about this, and we've talked about over the years, the automatic landlord process, the system that allows you to own real estate literally hassle and headache free, allow to have the income come in. And there's a number of different ways where we can automate the process of their income coming in, getting categorized and accounted for, that it be, you can set up not only the income, but the expenses and the payments can become automated. You can outsource various parts of the repairs. After all, how many of you want to mess with the electric or with the plumbing or with the the different aspects of property management. Most of the investors that I know, they want to be in real estate, but they don't want to do real estate. They don't want to. Their success has been earned in other ways. They were successful executives. Maybe they had their own small businesses, and they understand the long-term growth value, the intermediate income value of real estate. And so as a result, they know that that's gotta be a part of everybody's portfolio. More millionaires in America are millionaires because of real estate. And anybody who becomes a millionaire is wise, and they are usually led and introduced to investing in real estate as a way of storing their value. And so, yeah, I don't know that you want to necessarily argue with what's become very successful, proven, and reliable. And even think about it, back in 2008, and I remember this very, very, very vividly, that when the market crashed and the stock market fell over 500 points, and the real estate market froze up in terms of sales, in terms of mortgages, but it didn't freeze up in terms of rental payments. And so as a result of that, those investors that were buying, fixing, and selling, that was a situation where many of them might have got caught with a property mid project. Some of them might have been in the middle, or had just bought a property, and then of course they were stuck in place, and then they had to look for a plan B, perhaps by refinancing, or perhaps by renting out a property that needed to be occupied in order to sustain itself. Others that didn't have this sustainable cash flow to keep the property are the ones that suffered at those times. Those that didn't put a tenant in their properties found themselves in a bad situation. But those that had as a plan B, or some of them that was their plan A, is that they had rental properties. Those people that could maintain the payments on the properties, no harm, no foul. Yes, the values went down, but then they've not only come back and recovered 100%, they've recovered 120%. And you can see that the values are still going up, and there will always be cycles. The key there is then the lesson in that time was positive cash flow properties only. Positive cash flow properties only. And that's a huge lesson to learn. And I look back at a conversation that we had some time ago when we were looking at different businesses that were like real estate, that offered residual income, ongoing residual income, and why there's businesses out there that you don't want to get into, and there's businesses out there that are absolutely wonderful to get into. In fact, one of the set of criteria that we look at, for example, when you look at a business to invest in, do you have to do the same effort over and over every single day, i.e. in a retail store, i.e. in a lawn business, i.e. in many service businesses, where you or a physical person has to produce the labor over and over again to get paid? Real estate, you find a property, you put a tenant in that property, and they will pay you over and over for an effort that you expended once, and that you may have to redo when you re-rent and change tenants down the road. But if you do this right, most tenants that we have now stay an average of 3 to 5 years. And so that makes this process much more enjoyable, much more profitable, and much more stable. The next thing is it's scalable. If I can do one, can I do 10? And again, if I was in the lawn business, well, there's a certain fixed amount of time that I personally can mow a lawn. Whereas in a rental property, there's almost an unlimited amount of properties that I can own to manage, especially as I can outsource many of the parts. And if I'm automating the collection of rent, I'm automating the accounting of the income. If I even automate the process by which my tenants make any kind of repair claims, they get routed to who it needs to go. In other words, I'm not the refrigerator repairman. I wouldn't know how to fix a refrigerator. Yet there's a number of refrigerators every year that, or air conditioners or whatever it may be, that get repaired, all out of the positive recurring cash flow that we have, allowing me to benefit that income over and over and over again. Then, and that answers the next question. Not only is it scalable, but it's automatable. So one effort, scalable, automatable, is what I have replenishable. Now, let's go back to the comparison of selling something. Well, I always have to have enough inventory. In real estate, you could say right now, inventory is very tight, but for landlords who have properties in place, that inventory is never ending. As long as you constantly maintain that property in good shape, your tenants maintain the property in good shape, that is an ongoing replenishable, the use of that property is a replenishable asset that generates income. Once you have these properties put in place, you also now have, as the owner of the property, as an investor, I am location independent. Where those properties are, they could be in California, Texas, Pennsylvania, or anywhere. So as you can see, the music comes in strong. That means it's that time again. That's the end of the show. But we've got a lot more for you in this conversation about landlording. Stay tuned tomorrow for our tools, tips, and techniques. You'll enjoy what we have to say there. So until then, this is Eric Willner, your host of the Real Estate Show, signing off. Until tomorrow, drive safe, wash those hands, and make it a great day. Bye-bye. What's up, my friend?
The sus team.
You got a new t-shirt, huh?
I am very sus.
Looks cool.
Be quiet and hear how sus I am.